Welcome in everybody to a sexy new game of Civilization 7 with the coolest content creator on the planet, VanBradley. That second part was a lie, but we are here today with Himiko, Queen of Wa, leader of the Mayan civilization. Now you might be wondering, Himiko, and why Queen of Wa? I don't know why she's called the Queen of Wa, but I do know why we're playing Himiko, and that's because I've never played Himiko before. There's a lot of good stuff here I think would be fun to try out. A unique endeavor called Friend of Way that can be performed in an alliance. We got to get an alliance, and we will get 25% science. So the game plan is accumulate science and try and boost it by 25% to see how overpowered that can be. Even just being friendly or helpful with other leaders will give us more science, which helps with the whole science accumulation bit of our strategy. And we can support endeavors for free, which is really nice because those normally cost 60 influence. And that'll be a lot of gold, a lot of science, a lot of culture coming our way for free. I tried to find literally anyone else to pair with Himiko for this, but Maya just seemed to be the best option. There's only two Antiquity age civilizations that have unique science buildings that can be reliable science generators, and Maya is the only one that doesn't require you to go to war to gain codices, which we're going to want. So we're going to go with the Kuna as our main unique building, pair it up with a Jala to get our unique quarter that gives us extra production. I've also paired it with the mementos Yasakani no Megatama, 2 science per age for every technology mastery completed. So we're going to be completing a lot of those, and getting that extra science is going to be great. And then every time we research a tech or civic mastery, which we are already incentivized to do up here, we will gain production equal to 15% of that in our capital. I'm just going to scroll through all the game settings right now. All of our mods are not gameplay mods. They're all kind of UI mods, and they're just found in the Steam Workshop. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then if we go to our advanced options, these are the game settings. The most notable thing here is we are playing with the crises off because I just simply don't enjoy them that much. I've also kind of tweaked with the difficulty a little bit. I'm calling this VanBradley difficulty. This is where I kind of really enjoy playing Civ 7 at this level. The one thing I have done is I've been playing around with the long ages and the tech costs and the civic costs, and I'm not a huge fan of this debuff. It wasn't really in Civ 6, and I just think artificially making things more expensive for you as a challenge isn't very fun. So I've moved this down to Sovereign, which is still a 20% debuff to us. Things cost 20% more to research. However, that's instead of going for the long ages. If I went for a longer age, I would have more turns to complete all the techs and civics, but that just takes more turns, so I'm just going to move these down to Sovereign instead. But without further ado, because we are Maya, we are going to get a ton of science for settling in the middle of all this vegetated terrain, so let's give it a go, and found our capital city, Bach. And there we go. We got that free science from being Maya settling in between vegetated terrain. Can I get a hell yeah, brother, for that? We also have people. You will not believe this. There are people that pay me to be YouTube members, VIBs, they are colloquially known as. And they are giving me $2 a month. If you would like to do the same thing, that is available, helping keeping the lights on at VBHQ. But Brian is our most recent channel member, so we are going to rename Bach to Brian for this playthrough. Thank you so much, Brian, for your support. Very much appreciated. That's a really cool thing to do, is give a couple of coins to your friend VanBradley. And so we're gonna name the city after you, and we're going for a scout. Information is knowledge, knowledge is power, power is information. It's all pretty sexy. And we just want to see the map, see what's going on, find out what's up. I think I have a pretty reasonable strategy early on. A lot of these tiles are going to give us science, so we want to work them. These are going to kind of get lumber mills or lumberjack huts or whatever they're called on these tiles. So we're going to have a bunch of the same kind of improvement here, so that's going to be exciting. So I think in our tech tree, I want to go for animal husbandry because the saw pit here is going to increase the amount of production we have on woodcutters, which is really nice. It's also going to pair really nicely with this clay here to give us even more production on that warehouse building. Overall, the start's pretty good. You know, you have some resources we want. They don't really kick in until a little bit later. This production obviously gets a lot better once we have more warehouse buildings. This 10% science gets a lot better once we have more science. But, you know, it's not terrible. Things are going well so far. Our Jaguar Slayers can kill units as our unique scouts. I'm going to try and kill these scouts from the barb camps. I'm going to work this clay early on because we know we're using that as part of our strategy. Then I'm going to get the rest of these woodcutters here. I want to save this tile for our unique science building because it needs to be placed on vegetated terrain to gain extra science. So we'll save this vegetated tile for that. Hey, we've met Xerxes. What's up, dude? All right, we gotta try and be friendly and or helpful with Xerxes because that'll give us 4 science in this age. So we'll start with the friendly greeting. All right, Painted Rock is down here. That's interesting. I'm not sure I'm going to be an expansionist civ in this one, so maybe we can just clear that out. I'll grab a Halche. Maybe we can clear that out for the food that'll give us. Okay, well, the volcano erupted on our dude, so now we gotta heal for like 20 turns. That's a little lame, but you can see how powerful this is. Not having to spend the 60 influence for that 6 culture per turn is incredible. Ah, Uluru is down here. I see, I see. Right next to Painted Rock as well. Crazy. We are gonna go straight for our science building here. We want the Kuna as soon as possible, so we'll go into that section of the culture tree, and then we are going into despotism. I want that 20% science as our kind of main celebration option. Ah, there's a pretty cool navigable river down here. I wouldn't be surprised if our homie comes down for that. It seems like we got some good vegetated terrain anyway, so things should be good for us. I definitely want that saw pit. I'm just going to put that saw pit in the city center, create a quarter here, because then we get the adjacency for quarters here with our unique quarter, and then we'll just kind of sprawl out. I don't want to sprawl down here, though, because I'm using these tiles for production and science early on, and this tile here has a reasonable culture adjacency, so I kind of want to work my way around, I think. Ah, Lafayette's down here as well. Well, good thing we saved 20 influence for a friendly greeting. I will say, I got a cool accent. Let's do a research collab there. He's supporting it. We want people to be happy with us. Yeah, Xerxes is happy. That's getting that 4 extra science per turn, which is amazing. Now, do we actually want this Uluru? I don't know how badly I want Uluru. We have to wait till 5 population anyway before we can kind of make a settler, so we have some time to decide. Oh, dude, our homie is just going for Uluru. He's already settled down here. Holy smokes, Lafayette. He's getting the head start in this one. Wow. I mean, hey, all the power to him. He's allowed to do that, but that's crazy. All right, so we cleared this out, which is good. Painted Rock is gone. We'll take that food. That puts us at the point where we can create a settler now, which is awesome. We can also build our unique science building. Also awesome. I think, though... Ooh, I don't need the iron just yet. I'll come back for that iron, but this is really nice down here. I think for now, though, I am going to go for a settler. Only 3 turns. I do wonder if we can settle this. I wonder if that'll be allowed. I wonder if Xerxes is on his way down. Definitely take the free flat science for now. I'm going to keep a lookout here. I think this is where I want to settle, but I'm a little bit worried that we're going to get beat. Nothing yet. But that doesn't mean we won't get anything soon. I think this town settle is the best option, actually, right here. It gets the navigable river, but it's not too close to Xerxes. I know everyone's happy with us, so we're gaining a ton of science for that, which is great. We're gaining so much science, in fact, I'm actually going to take the flat culture, because we're going to struggle getting through that tree more. We're cruising through here, and remember, we want to collect the masteries as we go, because they give us 2 science, and so by collecting the masteries as we go, it makes it quicker to get through the entire tree. Next up is our Kuna, which does get that extra 2 science from the vegetated terrain, so we'll put it down there. I feel pretty good we're going to get this town, so I'm going to go and collect this discovery. All right, Xerxes no longer happy with us. Settled too close to another... But I didn't settle anywhere. He must have settled somewhere. Whatever, you know what? You know what? I don't have the time for this kind of fighting. Free scientific attribute point really early on is great. We're going to spam down this tree. We'll take the +1 science here. We are also in the business of collecting codices. We got 1. That'll give us +2 science as well. Losing that 4 science does kind of suck a bit. But anything we can do to... I mean, can we even risk this settle, though? I mean, that settled is way better. I'm just worried he's coming down and is gonna... Okay, am I getting 2 codices in one go here? I can't even display that many. But I sure am. Holy hell. We have some tough-ish decisions here. Going for calendar round is really helpful because you get passive kind of science and culture for researching stuff. And Mundo Perdido is really, really good on our map right now. We also kind of have to get to trade routes because those are a good way of managing the happiness of the other civs in the map. So we're having to figure things out here. It does look like we're getting this town, though. And it does connect, thank God. Okay, so this is perfect. Zwan Tunic. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not. Yeah, production for our unique science building. But yeah, this is connected. We got a good navigable river. This will be very helpful in the next age, so we're kind of ahead of the curve getting that sorted, which is great. And while we're going to be pretty town-focused, it's also good to have a couple of early towns that could be good cities as well. That's always nice to have in the back pocket just in case you need it. Gonna go for early settlers. I just think in Civ, anytime you can kind of get the map into a position where you want it, it's very, very helpful. Like taking up the land you don't want the others to have is a really good way of just kind of setting the tempo of the game for yourself. We have 2 more towns available, 1 down here to take up these resources and kind of block whatever he's planning, and 1 over here potentially. I'm not sure what's over here, but it seems like a reasonable spot to go. Might be a good idea. Ah, Benny Frank's in the game. What's up, dude? Another sciencey person. Maybe Benny Frank would have been good. I've played Benny Frank before, though, so I'm happy we chose Himiko. I'm hoping for a science city-state at some point, too. We can use some of our influence on. I want to save my influence for influencing the other civs in the game, but at the same time, ooh, nice science. I do want to make sure we are getting as much science as possible. I don't know where he's going to go next, and that makes this harder. Oh my god, it's hard to know where to settle, because you get one here, one here, one here for sure, but that doesn't even account for the fact you might want to cut off Xerxes. Uh-oh. I think we're going to have to come back and defend a little bit. Yeah, this is tough. I don't know exactly what to do here. These resources are also quite good. I mean, gypsum would be nice. Jade, I'm kind of ambivalent on. But these ones down here would also be nice. Ah, there's a cultural city-state here. That's at least helpful information because it allows that area to get blocked off. There's clearly some barbs up there as well. I mean, we could just settle right in the middle and be real annoying. I don't know how efficient that is, though. I mean, this could be an absolutely massive town, though, if we just settled it right in the middle. This could work, but you'd be kind of, you know, you want Brian to be able to get 1, 2, 3, all of these volcano tiles. Yeah, settling somewhere down in the middle might make the most sense. I'm going to come in and do that. So Lafayette loves us, so that's good. I mean, we can go into an alliance. Is he mad at anyone? Oh, he's not, like, mad at anyone, so that's good. Let's get a research collab. Let's form an alliance, because that's going to give us our Friend of Wa. Friend of Wei. Yeah. Here it is. Both leaders receive 25% science for 15 turns. All right, so this is our first chance to kind of see this in action, how much science it's going to give us. Now, we don't have a ton of science to get the best 25% boost, but it's probably going to feel like a ton in the Antiquity Age. I'll go influence in the Diplo tree. I just want to make sure we can keep all the other civs in line a little bit here, you know? Well, there's no one here, so I'm just clearing this for free culture, which is great. Calendar round is really, really helpful for us. I definitely want to see which city-state is up here for sure. Yeah, I think we settle here, and then I think we settle over here. I think whatever's happening here will dissuade Xerxes a little bit. We're up to 58 science, though, which is not bad. It's certainly way better than anyone else is doing. Oh, Tarsus is down. That's fair. Smart move from our man. Do I need that, though? I'm gonna go Miracle of the Twins for now, but just because I want to get these units killed. The reason why I'm building this settler is because he keeps standing on my unique quarter, so I can't build the second building. Scientific attribute point, anytime we can get it, is going to be our go-to. Researching tech masteries for now, just because that gives us that flat science. We'll circle back to buildings. They're important, but we're not struggling yet. Now we go straight for trade routes, because that's our way of kind of making people happy with us, as well as it gives us the army commander, so we're not just, you know, throwing away this experience down here. And here's our big old town right in the center of everything. That's really funny. Now we have to make sure not to settle up this way. We want the volcano tiles to be within Brian. So I guess we'll move out this way and grab this. That's fine. And then once the volcano tiles are within Brian, then we can get the rice in Uxmal. I can finally build the Jala, so that feels pretty good. Can I actually just buy the Jala? No, 564. That's a little lame. Okay, we'll build that next after the settling. I just really don't know what's over here, but maybe coming down here is smart. Kind of blocks off Lafayette from any coastal shenanigans. I don't know, but this just feels like a way better area for another city at some point. You know? I think heading in this direction is probably smart. I don't know where exactly, but it just feels like the right idea. A fishing key is going to be very valuable here, just over time, so I think we'll do that. I think we'll just grab it here. That's fine. Move out in this direction is all good. So we really want these tiles around the volcano. So I kind of need to grow twice, because that'll get these two, but I still can't get the rice then. But I do want this incense, so we are going to do that. That incense is going to give us 10% science in that city, which is awesome. This isn't an awful spot for a town, to be fair. It's just not a good spot if you want it to become a city later, which I think I might. I think this just stays a town. I don't think this ever becomes a city. Whereas this has, like, second city potential over here, it looks like. I'm going to go a little bit farther inland and see if I can make something work. So there are some city-state units here that are not mad at us, which is good. These resources feel pretty good, too. I just don't have the info I need is more the problem. I think you go a little bit deeper into where this Hulche is, and you try and make this work as a city. Lots of resources, far enough away from Brian that you're not going to overlap too much, so you have the room to build what you want to build. Yeah, here we go. Now there's some stuff going on. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be on the floodplain specifically. Navigable river over here is interesting. I think I'm pretty happy with this mountain settle for the town. I'll have a settlement adjacent to a mountain for science. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we'll do that, sure. Some reasonable options with pantheons here. I think we'll go 1 science on quarters and settlements with an altar. I'm really just trying to accumulate science and get that 25% to see how much damage we can do with it. I just want to see what kind of city-state you are. Whoa! Big volcano. Hell yeah. I mean, these tiles are getting amazing now. We got to grow in Brian real quick. Yeah, we got to get some towns going. We can actually get to the Uluru here, which is very funny. I actually might want to... 1 second. Can I... There's still quite a few lumber mills for us to get, so I am going to get a saw pit. Oh, if I get the saw pit here, though, then I can just get the Uluru in our board. But he still has to grow twice, so if he gets 1 closer, then we know to come down for Uluru. But until he gets the 1 closer, we don't have to. Yeah, we're going to settle right here. I think this is as good as we can do with the information we have. Whack Cavnal. Hell yeah, brother. Send 4 diplomatic endeavors for a Diplo attribute point. Easy. Let's start here. I've already sent a whole bunch. No worries. Open borders? Hey, what's up, dude? All right, all right. They're happy-ish. Happy-ish. Definitely want to work our way just towards the resources we can collect. Also, any navigable river tiles, very welcome. All right, let's do a little lookout here. Oh, I don't want you to die, though, so maybe not. Ay. I'm trying if I can sneak around and get that city-state. I just don't know what kind it is. Mundo Perdido is a good shout. Maybe just not quite yet, though. Yeah, if we can get a 5-6 science library, feels really great. Let me go for this library. We have our commander now, so at least we're getting promotion experience for this. I think that's fine. Yeah, they're running away now, which is good. I just want to know what kind of city-state you are. That's really all I'm asking. All right, come on, Halche. What freaking city-state is it? Ah, my God. All right, we're helpful with him now, or friendly at least, so we're getting more science from that, which is awesome. Bro, he got wrecked. We ought to be aware of his army, my God. All right, just a reminder, anytime we go through the tree, we're just collecting the masteries as we go for that flat science. It kind of helps us get through the rest of the tree easily. Can we just literally anything? Wow, hey? Holy smokes. Nothing? You're gonna give me nothing here? Oh, you're not even gonna... What the hell has happened? Where is it? I'm fascinated by this. I'm genuinely perplexed. We'll take the flat gold for now. Ah, there it is. Feist toss. All right. Happy enough that you're a scientific one. Let's befriend you. I'll even add the support just to make that as quick as possible. Okay, so Tobai grew towards Uluru. So I think we have to do the shenanigans. Oh, there's so many good things. I mean, that altar there is amazing, but I need these tiles in the capital. Anyways, yeah, I think we grab the saw pit here. It's inefficient, but you get to grow the town to get Uluru in our borders is the play. 6 culture per turn for free is incredible. Can I send it more endeavors? Nah, I'm kind of endeavored out for now. I do need Mundo Perdido. I also just genuinely need to grow. I think Mundo Perdido probably goes here. So building another quarter here makes sense. Oh, but the bath can only go there. I wonder where else Mundo Perdido can go. Okay, I mean, that granary is probably pretty smart too, but I can also buy that pretty cheap. I think we'll just do the garden here. We do need more food. We'll eventually connect towns and everything, but we just need a little more going on, especially if we're not going to have too many cities and we're getting production boosts from masteries. I think we can build more buildings than usual. There's our first milestone complete for collecting codices. Are they all? Yeah, they're all kind of in a spot. There's still 2 in the archive as well, which is incredible. We need more libraries, baby. All right, we finally have merchants. Now, Benny Frank would be ideal, but there's no way to get to him. So I think for now, Tobias is great, but we're already allied with him. I think you go Parsa. Send the merchant to Parsa just to see if we can make that friendship a little bit better. There's a lot. I really want this iron. I also think at some point you just got to take the tiles that are close to Parsa and kind of neuter his city in that way. Less tiles to work, less tiles for all kinds of stuff. Now that we've got to where we want to go here, you come mastery for sure. You want that settlement limit. We can start thinking about another settler in Brian and where we might want to put that. This brickyard here would be incredible, so we might as well grab it. And yeah, it can go in the town center. This seems like a city upgrade maybe in the second age. I think Wakabnal is our second city in this one, though. Wakabnal also gives you adjacencies we just don't have over here. You know, a lot of happiness, a lot of science can happen over here in a way that feels good. I meant a lot of happiness and a lot of culture, but, you know, my mouth don't work good. I feel like if there was ever a time for Mundo Perdido, we just kind of got to get it down now, and yeah, you see it goes right here. I mean, that's not bad. It makes the campus better. It'll make the observatory better. I think that's fine overall. I think we got to try it. And getting masteries and everything will just move this production down even more. And And there we go. We are in Parsa, so we'll get that trade route. And now he's happy with us. Now are they at war with each other? I mean, they're unfriendly, but not terrible. So we can come in here, get the second alliance, and then we'll come in and send the friend of Wa. We need 90 influence. We only have 56, so we got to save up for that, but that'll be the plan. Interesting going for silver or Uluru, but I think you got at some point you just got to get the Uluru and just be happy you got a natural wonder, you know? I'm kind of happy to let him settle up here. I think we get Feistos, then we come down here again, maybe over here. We'll have to see. We can start getting specialists, and I really do want to get specialists. I just need these tiles to be within the borders of what we're doing here. And this is where the granary could be helpful. We're just not building the granary out in this direction. And this tile is not even good to be working. But I think what we can do, work this tile, at least get that in, which is fine. Yeah, there's just nothing I want to get rid of to put the granary on is the issue. All right, we got to get some towns kicked into gear here, I think is the next. I mean, this has potential, but it's still growing really well, so we don't want to neuter that. Whack-Cap Null needs some help, but we got to get some altars down, too. And the thing it needs help with is more production, which is more gold, which is not terrible. But it's not exactly lighting the world on fire for us either. All right, we can send the friend of Wa or friend of Wei now, so we're going to do that. Give me that 25% science. I'm not getting it here anymore, so I've got to remember to send these every once in a while. I mean, we're at 100 science, and no one else is even at 50, so plan accomplished so far. All right, we got that settlement limit. We'll plan what to do with it in just a moment. I still don't have nearly enough knowledge over here. And I don't want to send my military commander too far away either, just in case. An ally's at war. Is it with Benny Frank? Oh, that's fine. I can support that war. Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's not with Lafayette. Because I want to keep... Did I just take the spearmen here? I feel like we take the gold. I just want to keep these two alliances going. I don't really care about Benjamin. Yeah, so he's coming all the way down here, which is annoying, but he must live up here somewhere. Oh, I've got a Halche up here. I didn't even realize I had a Halche up here. Oh yeah, get out of there, man. All right, Feistos, come in hot, man. We need your units. Hey, we finally got a promotion on our homie. That's fine. Assault is good. You just want the units to be able to hop in and out of the commander at will. I feel like we're at the point now where I can give this town a focus and start sending the food to Brian. We just need this to grow more. It's not an overly great candidate for an urban center. It's not terrible either. And then you just go mining town, take the gold. That's fine. I'm super interested in the altar. Science on quarters and settlements with an altar. What sucks is I want to move it towards being out here, though, so this tile can be used for these happiness and culture adjacencies. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Separately, I haven't actually finished many quarters, but I think we'll just put the altar there. I'm going to buy it. We'll just put the altar there for now. I think that's fine. Hey, Mundo Perdido. Hell yeah, brother. We'll take that. That's going to be a good wonder for us. So Mundo Perdido is going to give us +1 science on improvements and +1 happiness on districts on tropical terrain in this settlement. Nice. I feel like I do want to build just a little bit of an army here, but we need another settler pretty quickly because we have to at least stay at our settlement limit. It'd be crazy not to. Oh, our Halte survived just to be taken out in a flood, so that's a little annoying. We're up 2 war score on Benny Frank though, and I haven't even put any influence into that. I'm not even sure exactly what happened. But I think eventually we'll be able to make peace with him pretty easily. Alright, I've sent 1 endeavor. Let's go back to Lafayette and send another friend of Wei. Oh, you can only run 1 friend of Wei. Well, I wish I'd figured that out earlier. I'll send 2 then just to get this up to 4. Just trying to take a look at the land around here to see if that's a good spot for our next town. I also think Whack-Cap Null should be a city soon, 450. There's some great options up here, but then we're moving towards Benny Frank. And I don't know if I need to go towards Benny Frank at the moment. Ah, there's a city-state down here, though. It also does cut off Xerxes a little bit, which is a bonus. The barracks here would be incredible, but I'm saving that for the science building, the observatory. Honestly, the barracks can go next to the altar. It's not amazing, but it gets the job done. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate coming up here and just taking up space. I'd rather have a town that's, like, popping, though. You know? Like, something we can be really proud of. So Benny Frank's over here. Oh. Well, this is annoying. I mean, I guess based on the info I have and the space available, this is the next best spot. I think I'd rather be closer than farther. I don't think even if we settle here, I don't think we get these resources. I think he grows pretty quickly. Yeah, 3 turns. I'll just come right here. I think that's fine. All right, we finally got all the tiles we want in this city. Thank God. So now we can start going for specialists, which is a huge win for us. Oh, yeah, he's got a unit here, too, hey? Well, yeah, take that. I've also got a lot of extra combat strength on these. Yeah, because we've gone through all the combat masteries. I just love the idea of having 30 culture and 132 science. Like, just a big ol' hyper focus. He's super dead. This is maybe not a good idea for him. Oh, but now he's bringing the commander to hang out. Oh, well, he was hanging out. Not anymore. All right, city-state bonus. Definitely the step pyramid, I think, is fun. We got a lot of river tiles on this map. We'll make that work. I think that's interesting. Dude, he's getting his butt kicked, man. Wow, I'm glad I didn't pick a fight. Yeah, we'll settle the town here. Khan. All right, cool. Do I want to attack you? I think I do, just for the experience more than anything. Cool. I'm going to take room towards Benny Frank and circle back for this a little later. All right, now I got to build some units. At some point, I do have to be a responsible member of a war and not get killed. Oh, he'll make peace. He won't give me a city, though. He's only got the 2 settlements. Like, I kind of wonder if I can just go up and... Like, that might be the dream, is just go up and take them. We have a ton of extra combat strength on infantry. Maybe that's the dream, is just go up and take some of these, yeah? Now, you're going to heal for a second. There's a lot of units to kill, but you got to heal first. All right, I think WACAP knowledge city time. I think we know this is going to be a city. I think if we're going to make it a city, we've got to really quickly make that choice so we can start getting our unique buildings going. Yeah, combat strength for range and siege units. We're just getting all kinds of good stuff here. Lots of buildings to get. I understand the desire, but I do need just a few more units. We ought to get an army going. 592 to buy our Kuna, which I do think I want to do. Yeah, this is a city that's going to have a good granary. Although you still do kind of want to work... Oh my god. That's the thing, isn't it? You still do kind of want to work these tiles for the science. I mean, growing on this direction isn't a bad thing, so we'll do that. Did you get rid of that again? Oh my god, that's so annoying. You do start to wonder what the peak is here. He's clearly... Oh my god, yeah. He's clearly just getting owned by everyone. And you start to have that thought, can I go up and cause a ruckus? Oracle's a pretty good one. Hanging Gardens still being available is insane. Oracle's pretty good and gets us to where we want to go district-wise. I think I will go for this Oracle. I really desperately need more resource buildings, though. Yeah, our scout's dead. Big sad. Sad day for the scout. Oh, he's just going to give me Bertigala. Yeah, I'll accept that. Cheers, dude. Appreciate that. Well, that was easy. That's a good town, too. So we will absolutely take that. That is what we wanted. So that's perfect. And then we'll go mastery, then mathematics. Oh, hell yeah. He's also easy pickings at the next age. So we'll just build a bunch of units at the end of this age, park them up in Bertigala, and just go blitz them at the beginning of the next one. That's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. All right, we can find... I mean, there's a lot of great tiles we want here, but I think I do want a little bit of culture in my life. Yeah, I'll go for 1 soul specialist here, just for that extra little bit of culture. That 4 production would be sick when you're building wonders, though. You can finally come up and get this rice eventually. 16 turns, though. Can I make that better? You've got a great altar, hey? I mean, a 6 science altar is really not bad. I really want our unique buildings here, though. 592. Okay, bro, that's just rude. Whatever. All right, now we got some more settlement limit. We're kind of in a race. We're kind of in a race to get a little bit more culture now, aren't we? Yeah, note G, in terms of production, works best here. So I think we go there for note G and get the wonder. Yeah, honestly, just repair all. I am going to bring our Halche down here to take care of you. And then I'll buy our unique building. Yeah, we'll do that this turn. Now, where do we want to build out towards? Probably in this direction. Yeah, because this is a great science spot here between 2. Yeah, this feels right to me. That's fine. There we go. Done and dusted. Feels great. God, this guy is so goddamn annoying. All right, I've got to send a research collab to get that extra point now. That'll be our 4th diplomatic endeavor. So that'll be our diplo point, which is great. I think we go influence towards the befriend independent action just in case we need it. I mean, I genuinely love to repair. I think he's just going to go for it. I think that's the problem, though, is he's just going to make a big deal out of it and be annoying. All right, so now we have some... Yeah, so this is more food in any other city. So let's get the rubies out of there. We want to maximize the yields we're gaining. We just put the gold in the capital. That's fine. Yeah, so he left now, so that's good. No more pillaging. These tiles are just getting insanely good. Hey, we got the wonder, which is awesome. So that must be Oracle. But that's huge because we got that mastery and it took a couple of turns off that wonder. And there it is. There is the Oracle. That's a huge win for us. That's going to be a lot of culture every time we get a narrative event. That's also just culture. What is it, on quarters maybe? Oh, it's just culture. It's just the narrative events. Never mind. It's the wildcard attribute point that I really like. It's the Colosseum that does it. Happiness on quarters. Anyways, we're gonna go scientific. Definitely building construction, because that's just on this patch where they nerfed building construction, and especially in our second city where we're struggling. I think that's gonna be great for us. I mean, you don't have enough like yields on your own, especially we need this production, and it gives us wonder production as well, which is incredible. Yeah, 10% towards wonders overall now is great. All right, 37 culture we're taking up now. We want these masteries because we're gonna get some culture buildings in the capital now. I mean, so many great buildings here, hey? Amphitheater's pretty critical. You just really want it here, but I guess we're not hopping over there now. But it almost doesn't matter now that there's a wonder. All these wonder tiles all these tiles are good for everything now because there's a wonder there. Yeah, normally I'd be pretty precious about how I did this, but honestly, just, yeah, grab an amphitheater right on top of a garden. Like, it's the wonder giving most of the adjacency anyway, so that feels okay. Well, that boat's long gone. We need to build a fishing quay here, by the way. Can I even do that? No, I gotta get out one more, maybe? Okay, so our next issue is that our towns are pretty ass. Like, they're just not great. They're growing, they're not doing a lot for us, and it's a bit of a problem. So if we go into our towns, I mean, the best options are the step pyramids or the altars, but that's not going to get our towns growing at all. However, I can't deny how good of an altar this is for the cost, especially that 6 science is incredible. So Bertigala, it's just a matter of do I want to take tiles away or do I want to get... I mean, these resources are available for us. No, they're not. This one is. This one's too far away. Anyways, so I think that answers my question. I just want to take the tiles away from Home Slice here. Especially if our plan is to bring our units up here, so in the next stage we just blitz him in his 1 settlement. We're only halfway done the age, too. Already almost done the tech tree, so that's incredible for us. Gonna add 8 culture here just because we're really struggling with culture. Happiness in all settlements would be really good, but honestly, just extra growth I think is helpful because we need our towns to do something. Just in case we get drawn into another war, I'm gonna move my commander up there. It's not inconceivable that they decide that they wanna go for another war. I really just want these tiles around the volcano. They're so good for us, especially in the next stage. This will just keep erupting, and like 5 production is just good for every single thing we're trying to do here. Some really great wonders we want to get. Academy's obviously a big deal for us, but getting another wonder here makes these tiles amazing. I wouldn't want to over wonder this, or else you're not getting the right adjacencies. I mean, Pyramid of the Sun, 2 culture on quarters is kind of what we're looking for, and I think that's a great tile for it right here, so we'll try that. So we are almost done the tech tree. We're getting towards future tech, and we are on turn 90, but only 58% done the age, hey? Wow. So I think it's safe to say this combination is very powerful. They're still fighting Benny Frank. It'd be funny if we just hopped back in on the war once they've killed everything. Town focus here. I mean, we still got some good growth happening here. We'll give it 1 more. Hey, Pyramid of the Sun, done already. That's that 15% production from Note G coming in hot, which is absolutely incredible. So that's going to be a pretty big boost to our culture, which is very helpful. Yeah, 61. We're still just kind of chugging along in that tree. We're not really doing amazing. Part of that is that we have not built very many specialists yet, which we can start doing shortly. I think I just need a little more food going. We're not going to have another town connecting here for a hot minute, are we? We can get a merchant for that, though. I just don't know if I can afford to lose 2 food at the moment. Especially because we have other ways of getting this, and we're not really amplifying many adjacencies yet. I think I'll go for the food. Alright, Khan is 1 away from being a great town option, and this granary is incredible, so let's plop that down there. That'll grow in 6 turns. We'll connect Khan to Wat Cabnal with a merchant. Oh my god, what are you doing? And then that'll be our food for Wat Cabnal. So that feels pretty good. We're already on future tech, hey? No other option. So we are boosting this ahead a little bit. I do want this academy. We're putting it right where the library is. We also have enough codices. I also want this merchant. We have enough codices to actually get the golden age, I believe, but we just don't have anywhere to put them, which is pretty funny. Yep, the academy is going to feel pretty darn good, and we're putting it next to the 2 resources. That'll be the best tile for it, I think. All right, so but Khan's just going to grow again really soon. Hey? I mean, that's the problem, is you have to pick the timing with which it makes the most sense. Let me go for iron here, just in case. Vertigala, who are you connected to? I don't know if I really need this clay right now or these horses right now. I do kind of want to grow this tile, though. Yeah, I'll get the granary here just to get 1 more growth out of this. Food in all settlements might be the best option here, I suppose. So we got the merchant. You're going to go to Wat Cabnal and connect it to Khan. There's just so many good wonders left. Okay, I think I want this to be a high production city, though, and this blacksmith is really great. So this is mostly, yeah, there's a resource here. There's a resource here. These are both kind of naturally good tiles. We'll do that. I think that's fine. The thing with Wat Cabnal is interesting is we know... Okay, so now you can connect... Yeah, Wat Cabnal to Khan, which is what we want to do. Perfect. You know you're not going to be able to get every building, so what do you want this city to do? This city's a production powerhouse. Do you want the same thing here? Do you want something a little different? And I think I need the library just simply for the codex spots, because this is going to be the next problem. I should have put these in when the academies got built as well. I forgot that you had to manually do this, but that's okay. Potential quality of life upgrade. Okay. Future tech done. Where did we get our point? It was economic, so it really is random, hey? Okay, that's fine. We'll go 6 gold is fine. So we've got that done now, which is great. Happiness is going to be an issue here. Yeah, I think we go Monument Amphitheater feels pretty good. I mean, I do have to start to think about some of these other wonders, which are just really amazing. Coliseum for Happy. Gate of All Nations is just so versatile. It just really, really helps make sure you don't ever get killed, because you just start with so much war score. This is not the best place for a wonder, because you're never really going to grow out that way. But it does give you more adjacency on the academy, so maybe I lied, actually. Maybe that's a great spot for a wonder, yeah. Because then the specialists here also get improved. Yeah, Gate of All Nations is just too practical is my problem. Like, it's just such a good failsafe. I don't know if it's specific to this game, but it's so good. Okay, so we have finally got to the point where we are happy switching this town definitely to a food focus. Farming town's going to add... Oh, only 6 food, hey? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's still better than the other options. All right, farming town it is. It's going to start sending that food to Wat Cabnal and Brian. So it splits it up, which isn't ideal. I'd rather just all go to Wat Cabnal. But Brian's got some really great specialists, so we'll be fine there. The step pyramids are ageless, which is something I want to consider when I'm going through. That this is just a lot of really great science going into the next age. Also gives me some population back as well, depending on where I put it. Or does it just go over top? Because that'd be amazing. Yeah, it just goes over top. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, get that. There you go. Good stuff. Just a little bit of ageless science to start the next era is not terrible. Tons of tiles for it down here. I wonder if they can be next to each other or not. Oh, they can be. You can just get all of these. Wow. All right. This granary is also starting to look pretty good, so at some point we should probably do that. Not where the blacksmith is. Under the volcano is probably fine, though. Yeah, we wanted to go amphitheater here, we said. Yeah, right where the monument is. Some happiness would not go awry here. That's where we're really struggling. It's not really our focus this game, though. Kind of 210 science is incredible. 154 for Xerxes though. He's not messing around. All right, so we've got Gate of All Nations. 2 war score is huge for us. All right, we're gonna grab this. We just need more space to put resources, to be fair. But Alberta Gala, who are you connected to? Also, would you make a good urban center? You wouldn't make a terrible urban center, but not really amazing. I just wouldn't. Yeah, mining town would be good. You're a mining town. Anyways, who are you sending your food to? Nobody! Awesome. Great. All right. So stop being a mining town for now then. And then I got to connect you somewhere. Let's try and connect you to... This town connection system is honestly maybe the dumbest thing ever in a Civ game. It pisses me off every time I interact with it. Honestly, at some point we do got to go for the villa. Oh, we finally can build something on this tile here. That's amazing. Yeah, we definitely want to do that. Make use of the mountain. God, we have no resource slots, eh? Hey, we got the golden age. Hell yeah, brother. That's the one we wanted too, so that feels pretty darn good. Can I, for the love of God, get a merchant and try and connect literally anything? Honestly, this is definitely the specialist we wanted. We don't have a lot of surplus happiness for this, but 6 science, 2 culture is incredible. I got another friend of Way going. We're up to 300 science. It seems so unlikely we'll get 3 more wonders for the golden age, but I kind of want to try. I mean, I don't even know if there's 3 more wonders I really want, but... All right, Uxmal, this is your last growth for sure. Let's get you on a farm. I think you would make a great urban center, and I think we should open the possibility of getting some buildings. So let's make you an urban center. Send whatever you're doing to Brian. So I'm try and connect you up to Bertigala, but if I can't, then I'm going to connect Uxmal to Wat Cabnal will be the idea. Only build roads on a friendly urban tile. So it doesn't seem like I can. All right. So then you're going to Uxmal and connecting to Wat Cabnal. New plan. I'm going to go for the arena right here as well. That's just more happiness. And I want to carry those base yields over into the next age. At some point, I do want to start thinking about building that army. We need another army commander. We're still not even at our settlement limit, which we have to think about too. Another settler might not go awry here. Yeah, so we're connecting you to Wat Cabnal. So now, yeah, you're sending 10 of your food to Wat Cabnal, exactly as requested. Hell yeah. We can get a 6 science tier 1 library here, which I think is very, very funny. I mean, there we go. Look at that. That's the base yield that's carrying into the next stage. We're going to start the next stage with like a bajillion science. We're going to have shipbuilding. We're going to be on the other continent by turn 10. All right, 92%. Now we got to lock in. I need another settler. We're getting towards the end of the age here. We need another settler, maybe a couple more buildings, but... All right, so we kind of need 2 settlers, actually, because we want 1 for now and 1 for the next stage, just to have them. So we'll do that. God, the amount of production we're getting as carryover is incredible. 2 turns for an army commander. We'll do that. I'd love to have another army commander. So where does it even make sense to settle? Down here makes sense. I don't hate this option. We just want something on this coast. My only problem is I kind of wish CTEP didn't exist. I'm interested in just... I'm going to come down here and just take this navigable river, actually. I can come down here a little later as well. I can also just end... Yeah, you may as well keep growing if you can't freaking connect anywhere. God, that's annoying. Yeah, we got a second army commander. That feels pretty darn good. We got some reasonable options for happiness buildings, and I do think I want the happiness buildings. The carryover 3 influence is not bad either. Now, where do I want them? Are there any... The other thing is, are there any wonders we can build? No. Okay, so I think we go for the villa. I think we just go 2253, 2253. Over here is fine. Yeah, take the 20% science. I'd love to get another free point. Production awards science buildings. I'm just more in for the free point than I am anything else. If we can get another one. Or maybe do you only get the point once? It doesn't seem to say you only get it once. Yeah, I mean, monument would be great. Market would be good. I can maybe just get them at the end if I really need them. But what I want to do here is build some units for the next age. Just to have them ready to go. You just never know. I think another settler down here feels right. Just to have it ready. Oh, big explosion. All right, there we go. That's fine. I bought a market just for the extra resource slot, and I'm gonna put the unit production in there just so we can cheese some extra production out. All right, 7th town going in here, or 7th settlement. That feels pretty good. Yeah, let me grow out here, get the elephants, but also this navigable river. And the next era, we can just be the suzerains of CTEP, or we can just get rid of it. Whatever works. Probably just get rid of it, to be fair. All right, 10 turns left. We're on the clock now. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Anchor Wat would be very funny. Just to get another wonder. I mean, there's so many good wonders in the next stage, too, we have to remember. Specialist limit for the whole frickin' time, though, is incredible. Especially on our mega science tile there. Let me go for Anchor Wat, whatever. Like, what is there to lose? Don't settle here yet. Although I'm, like, not against it either, man. Like, on the last turn, we can just settle this. Take the 5-point penalty for 1 turn. That's not so bad. Yeah, like, if we just had that extra settlement limit now, we have a really good tile. I mean, either way, we still have a really good tile here, so we'll just do that. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of stuck here. He's got another town now. But I think we can just kind of blitz him at the beginning of the next one and feel pretty good about it. All right, I want to be carrying over a lot of production. Maybe buy an arena. Oh, it was only 10 turns on these, though, so that's not helpful, is it? All right, altar I can do within 10 turns, so we'll add the altar. We want to make up quarters where we can. The altar can just go where the granary is for now, why not? All right, 5 turns, 956 gold. I think buying a building here is going to be more valuable. And it's probably a blacksmith I want to buy, or the arena. We need 10,080, so we'll wait till next turn. Oh, we didn't get the anchor. What? Unacceptable. Simply unacceptable. We'll get the 1-turn monument then. Yeah, we'll just finish up the quarter, just to have the quarter done. That's fine. I'm really annoyed that this isn't actually doing anything for us, but that's okay. We'll connect it next stage. So I can buy exactly 1 building. I mean, this arena would be nice, but I just think a good base of production's far more critical for the next age. We got a really good tile for it right here. I'm just going to chuck that down. That'll be our base of production. If I can buy another building in Uxmal, 432 doesn't seem like I'm going to. Maybe. We'll see. With my 1 turn left, honestly, just get some walls just to have them. Hey, we got future tech again. That's pretty good. Honestly, the social policy slot might be helpful. Celebration length is pretty good, but we're nowhere near there. We just don't need this because it's part of our ability is the problem. I guess maybe we'll be the Suze of some more in the next stage. I just got 200 gold, actually, so... An allies at wars with Benny Frank? Yeah, that's fine. We'll support it. That's all good. It's only 1 turn I think we'll survive. And then the horsemen are going to go hang out with this commander. Oh, dude. I think in the next stage, we're just going to rock his socks off. It's going to get crazy. Do I have another turn in the Because our production overlap from Note G is coming. Or not Note G, from... Yeah, it is. It's because we got the technology, and that's 5% is a ton because it was the final tech on the tree. So, we do get another building. Arena, then. Yeah, give me the arena. Really good arena options up here, too. Perfect, great. Final turn. All right, this is the final turn. Can I buy walls up here? I cannot. No stress. I think the next play is an Uxmal, then, is to get the base influence. The base barracks is pretty good, but I think the base influence in the monument is pretty chill. So I think we'll do that. We'll come in here. Let's just make a quarter out of something. Quarters are typically better than just a bunch of lone districts hanging out. Perfect. Now we have 4 cavalry units in this commander. We got this one. I think in the next era, it's going to be our time to fight. But this is going to be the end of this age, everybody. I think we killed it. I think this could not have gone better. 279 science is incredible. There we go. The Antiquity age comes to an end. Hell yeah, brother. Evidently, we did not level up Himiko, Queen of Wa, at all. So, you know, never mind. No reward. Okay, you know what? I didn't want any anyway. I wasn't playing this to level up Himiko. What are you talking about? Bro, Ming seems hilarious. Great Wall. 50% science in the capital. Seems busted as hell. Is there really only one scientific option in the whole that gets advertised as scientific, and that's Ming? No, Abbasid. Bro, the Madrasa is sick. +1 science to all specialists. This is, I don't know if I've ever done Abbasid. This seems way more fun. I mean, Ming does make number go burr, but just in the capital, 30 gold for each rural population of the city. When you create a specialist, hell yeah. House of Wisdom is a great wonder. Oh my god, we're going Abbasid. Abbasid, cultural scientific, baby. And here we are in the exploration age. Oh my, I'm so terrified. We stay allies. The alliance to stay. I've never carried over an alliance since they changed how this this age transition works. So we're just gonna go be poor Benny Frank is just gonna get the shit kicked out of him, I think. Anyways, ooh, Science City State. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see if we can make number go burr. How are we doing? Xerxes still catching up, but Benny Frank is gonna get absolutely bruised here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video for our exploration age as Himiko, Queen of Wa of the Abbasid Empire.